I mean, do you have anything, any sort of advice that you might give somebody who might want to, I'm sorry, my nan is just like...
Sorry, see you on Christmas Eve.
You're doing this for your lovely girlfriend, my sister, who has type 1 diabetes. How has that been supporting her since she has been diagnosed?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a real journey from the diagnosis, which was obviously like a really tough thing to kind of come to terms with. And, you know, I think if you ask any diabetic, they'll tell you that, you know, having diabetes is such a full-time job, and it is a bit of a kind of like roller coaster. And we've been on this journey, you know, together. I mean, obviously she's been dealing with it a lot more than me, but you know, it's been this process of sort of like coming to terms with it, and then also wanting to now, I think on Roxy's behalf, like talk about it a lot more and try to raise awareness for it and visibility, and also, you know, talking about like her struggles to help other young people that are maybe coming to terms with their diagnosis as well. So doing an event like this is great because it just, you know, raises the profile of the charity and the condition, and, you know, is a really fun way of raising funds, but also, yeah, awareness for diabetes in general.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. And what does it mean to see all of these people here tonight coming to support the charity? I mean, how is that going to support Diabetes UK do what they do best? Yeah,
it's great. It's so nice to have you know, a sold out audience, which is what we've got this evening, and, you know, that people are willing to, you know, dig deep and buy tickets in a cost of living crisis as well, and you know, difficult time of year, and you know, strikes and bad weather or whatnot, and they're still, you know, coming out and supporting a charity is amazing, and you know, a testament to people's kind of generosity of spirit, and you know, really appreciative of everyone that's bought a ticket for tonight. And yeah, I mean, it will be an interesting evening for me. You know, I will probably do a couple of jokes about diabetes and Roxy's diabetes, which may have wound their way into my set, but I don't think I've ever done them in front of a room full of diabetics. So I imagine there'll be a lot more diabetics than there normally are in the crowd when I'm doing my stand-up shows. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one.
So you both have type 1 diabetes. What was it like for you to see everyone here supporting Diabetes UK tonight?
It was amazing. Do you know, I've done so much with Diabetes UK over the years, but I've never been to anything like this. So just massive kudos and thank you to you for doing it. Because how long have you been type 1 now?
Not that long, like a year and a half. I've been diagnosed a year and a half ago, but yeah, it was just great to work with or in aid of the charity. And thank you so much to Jack, my amazing boyfriend. Shout out to Jack, because he did this whole thing. So that was incredible. And all the amazing acts that turned out tonight. So yeah, it was a great turnout.
Jack was, do you know what, just like the inside jokes about the CGMs and the Dexcoms. I was like, man, he's done his research.
The knowledge, gave him the knowledge.
He knows.
Yes.
But yeah, underneath all the comedy and everything, though, there's a serious element to it.
Absolutely.
And raising awareness to it. And I know you do a lot on your channel, and it's amazing to see people not shun away from it, which is great. Because, you know, it's fun. It's something that's just taken over my life. I don't know a world without it. And, like, you never stop thinking about it.
I know,
like, every day, it's just constantly there. It's constantly
Matthew's
there.
actually helped me a lot when I first got diagnosed. I did get in touch.
We spoke.
Via Diabetes UK, who wonderfully set us up to chat about mutual diabetes. So that you've helped me a lot as well. So thank you.
Well, you've helped a huge community. So thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, in terms of that community that you have found since you've been diagnosed, I mean, how much does that help you in terms of having people around you supporting you who know exactly what it is that you're going through? Because I'm sure it's such a shock when you're first diagnosed.
Yeah, massively so. I think it's just being with a community of like-minded people.
Yeah,
right?
I think you realise, I mean, for me especially, because I'm so new to it, that I realise actually there is a big community who all support each other, and every single person who has it we've got something in common. So it's almost like, oh, I really know you, like without even knowing you.
Yeah.
So it's a weird but lovely kind of bonus, I guess, to having it.
I mean, as someone with type 1 diabetes, what did it mean to you to see all these people here supporting Diabetes UK tonight?
It was an incredible community, you know. It felt it felt supportive, and it was a really nice feeling to know that everyone was here to raise money for something that obviously affects me every single day, and to hear some of the comedians talk about diabetes, and their kind of, like Jack's talking about it with Roxy, and it was wonderful to see and have some in-jokes that only kind of diabetics or friends of diabetics understand.
So can you tell us a bit about your association with the diabetic community?
Sure. So I'm obviously British Asian, and Asians are actually 6 times more likely to have diabetes, and that was pre-pandemic. I lost my grandfather, and my mother's side is just so rife in all Asian families. And what I wanted to do was really work with Diabetes UK. So I'm a very proud ambassador, just to try and raise awareness that the power of exercise, lifestyle changes plays such a huge part in trying to reduce our risks of things like type 2 diabetes and pre-diabetes. So yeah, it's very personal to me, and I think it's really important that people know that you can make really simple, easy lifestyle changes, which I hope they take forward in 2023.
As a parent, finding when your child is so young for them to get that diagnosis, I can imagine that's quite scary. And I mean, is there any advice that you would give to other parents maybe that are hearing this news for the first time and are a bit scared and don't really know what to do? I mean, do you have any advice to them?
Oh, Riana, thank you so much. It's an awesome question, and I suppose there was that thing when it first happened that people said it's okay, it will get easier, and I think 4 months in now, it is getting easier, and I think you go through this real grief period where you just think, why has that happened? And slowly but surely, as days go by, it does get a little bit easier. Things get a little bit easier, and I'd say definitely lean on the incredible community, Diabetes UK. Like I said, I'm not just saying this because you guys, are associated and working with them, but to know that you've got that element of support to be able to lean on and to call whenever is possible has been great. I started doing this thing called My Diabetes Story, which is just some IG lives and just inviting people that, live with diabetes, whether it be type 1, type 2, or friends or family of, just to share their stories. And I tell you what, there's something in when you hear people's stories, it gives you that element of strength to be like, okay, things are going to be all right, things are going to be okay. And so I'd say if it has happened, just reach out, just head online, just head to Diabetes UK, go and check people out like Roxy, Tom Ball, myself. If there's anything that you need, any questions, just come, because we just love to give that element of support, because we're living it and it's not easy, but together it becomes that little bit easier.
So did you enjoy your evening?
I had the best night, honestly. It was so funny. I didn't expect it to be like that, but it was just so funny. It was such a good night.
I mean, what was it like to have everyone here supporting diabetes?
I just thought it's such a good move for Diabetes UK and for the diabetic community. It's just to raise awareness just a little bit better. Having all these famous celebrities coming here tonight all for free, make jokes for us. It's just honestly the best night, and it made me feel so humble.
Can you tell us a bit about your content creation that you do for diabetes and what that means to you and how it's supporting the community at the moment?
Yeah, so I post TikToks under Cute and Chronic because I just thought there was a time where, as I was going through my teenage years, I really felt embarrassed about my diabetes, and I thought, I know what, I never want anyone else my age to go through something like that. So I started posting my TikToks. So I just post my day-to-day life, day in the life, or what I eat in the day, or going out with type 1 diabetes, and just show we can have such a good life as well as having this this condition. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing it. I've met such incredible people, and I had such a good time posting videos.
So can you tell us a little bit about your association with the diabetic community?
Yeah, so me and my husband have our daughter who's 9, and we have she's Nova, and we have our little son who's Franklin. He's 3 years old, and only 12 weeks ago he got taken into hospital and got diagnosed as type 1. So he's 3 years old. It was a complete shock, and we had no idea about diabetes or what it meant or how much of a life change it was going to be. So it was a complete shock. But 12 weeks in, we've gone through lots of different systems, and we're lucky to get a Dexcom, so we can, the technology's been amazing. The support of the community has been amazing, and just feeling like, feeling so alone, but then being part of such an amazing community like tonight, where you realise that you're not the only person going through this, and that's just amazing. I mean, 12 weeks in, this support is just brilliant.
So you live quite a unique life, and I mean, can you tell us a little bit about that and how you manage type 1 diabetes while going about your incredible life?
Yeah, no, thanks. So it's a lack of routine. So every day is different, but I consider myself very lucky to be able to do what I want to do. And I guess there are a few things that make that possible. And the first thing is technology. Right, technology is a huge part of what I do. I race across oceans, sometimes on my own, big, fast, powerful sailing boats. I'm a long way from any kind of support. And so having CGMs, having insulin pumps that can kind of look after me is a really big part of that. And the other thing is like mindset. It's a philosophy. It's how I manage it, how I manage risk, how I prioritize, and also remembering that kind of perspective and knowing that there are people out there that can support us. So even when I'm, I guess, alone in the middle of the ocean, I know I'm not it sounds cliche, right? But there's a whole community out there that are all here this evening, and of people that are going through similar things and that understand and that can help you.
Absolutely. I mean, you're showing people that they can go about their everyday life and do what they want to do in life without letting their diabetes inhibit that. I mean, do you have anything, any sort of advice that you might give somebody who might want to... I'm sorry, my nan is just like...
Sorry, see you on Christmas Eve.
Lavina.
Bye.
That was classic.